Training with your spouse can go really well or it could go really bad. So we're gonna show you guys 3 tips that we use to train as a jiu-jitsu couple. Before we start, this is Hernando, this is Amanda. We're jiu-jitsu black belts. We got about 30 years of combined experience. And so the first thing we wanna do is we wanna keep it playful. It's your spouse, you guys are a couple, and this should be a time where you guys are having fun together. You guys are almost like dating each other, right? So if you swing dance, you got me into swing dancing. It's a flow. We want to flow. It doesn't have to be so rigid and real life situation, no-gi worlds, ADCC. No, just have fun and explore. Keep it playful.
Yeah, and the reality is, even if you ladies train competitively, keeping it playful with your spouse will really help your marriage. We can have those hard rounds with other people, but our spouse is the one that we're dating. Our spouse is the one that we want to know protects us and keeps us safe, right? And so being able to laugh through it and play is really vital to having a healthy role and a healthy marriage.
Yeah. Number 2 is going to keep it safe. I'm going to speak for males out there. For the most part, not always. So I'm much bigger and stronger than my wife. So I'm going to be very careful how I place my weight. Also, if I have a submission, I have an arm bar stretched out like this, arm extended, am I going to hyperextend? There's no really reason why. Just let go and just keep going. Chokes. Am I going to really sneak in that choke? No, I'm just going to go here, kind of see if she can get out of it. Give her that indicator, that feed. And if she can get out, cool. If she can't, I'm just going to go little by little, just kind of hold it to where she's going to have to tap. So positioning your body, careful, especially if it's what time of the month?
Yeah. So that's another one, right? So being emotionally safe, right? If I know it's my time of the month or getting close, I will tell him I don't think we should roll right now, because there have been many events in the past where I got emotional because he just went like that to me, and I was like and some other dude can give me a black eye and I'll be like, keep going, we're fine. But my husband does it, the one who's supposed to protect me, the one who's supposed to keep me safe, and I get super emotional. And so you may or may not have dealt with that, but I would say just being aware of your emotions, whether it's your time of the month or just anything, if you're super charged for that. And then the other thing that I'll say is, my husband's a 2nd degree black belt. He's been training like 7 years longer than me, 8 years longer than me. So he's a lot more technical. So yeah, he has that ability to kind of work with me a little bit more, but it might be flipped where the woman's actually been training longer than the man. Still, men, you're most likely stronger than your wife. You don't have to beat her with your strength. Just saying.
Encouraging is the 3rd one. Make sure you're, and I'm going to speak to males as the leaders, be very encouraging. It's very easy in the world that we live in. Is like, don't do that. You're doing it wrong. That they can take it personal. We do the same thing with our students. We think about more of a pulling mentality of like, hey, come with me. I'm great. You're doing great. That monkey grip, perfect, C-clamp. Even if it's not 100% correct, what's important? Did the move work? Is it working? Right? That's most important, right? Because in a real life situation, let's just say if it's self-defense, is this going to make a difference from this? Right? So encouraging, building them up, words of affirmation, you're doing amazing, that was good, I really liked how you grabbed me right there, that was awesome, that grip, perfect, awesome. Focus on the 60% that they did wrong, not the 40% that they did wrong. So 60% what they did right versus 40%. Don't focus on the 40% that they didn't do wrong. So
yeah, I think that's good. And I think it's also just important to note that there can be women that have more knowledge than the men out there. They've been training longer. And so being encouraging doesn't mean you have to teach her, right? If you don't know, or if she knows more than you, or if you're at the same level, maybe you show her some stuff. But being encouraging is simply like, wow, that was really good. That was a nice sweep. And I can do the same thing for my husband. I could get mad, like, oh, you swept me. Or I could be like, dude, that was so good. You got me, right? Or like the handful of times that I have actually gotten a real sub, and trust me, he outnumbers way more on me. I'm not like, oh yeah, I got the sub. It's like, I'm still encouraging, like, dang, like that was hard to get, right? And so just working together to encourage and not be boastful, not feel the need to win. Remember, we're celebrating learning, we're celebrating growing together, not winning. That's really important. So recap, 3 points. 1, keep it playful. 2, keep it safe. 3, keep it encouraging. I want to know, drop below the biggest challenge you're facing, we want to know, in your marriage with your training, because we just might do a part 2 video. If this encouraged you guys, please like, share, and subscribe. See you next time.